A friend of mine worked for an incredibly successful guy. This guy raised a fund to a couple $100 million in a very short amount of time. Now, my friend had been working there for a while and felt that he wasn't being compensated fairly for the value he was bringing. So he came up with a plan. He gathered the facts, waited for the right moment, and when it came, he sat his boss down and he said, "Since working here, I've created an entirely new fund and revenue stream for the company. I brought in multiple new clients and I've raised millions of dollars. I think it's only fair that I get a raise." His boss looked at him, paused for a moment, and said, this is how his boss answered. He said, "You know, a few years ago I was on safari in Africa. We were in the Serengeti and we were watching a pride of lions hunt. Now the lionesses, they killed this massive buck and they were dragging it back to the rest of the pride. Before the male lion, the leader of the pack, had a chance to eat, one of the baby cubs ran up and started gnawing at the kill. So the male lion killed the baby cub. I just want you to think about that." That was his answer to my friend asking for a raise. Now you might be wondering, what the hell does that have to do with building on rented land, the creator economy, and why are lions, as it turns out, psychotic? Now you know what to say if someone asks you for a raise. He didn't get the raise. But here's the point. The lion story, it's about territory. It's about knowing what you own and what you don't. Right now, most creators don't own the relationship with their audience. They're renting it, and they don't even know it. So let's back up for a second. What even is a creator? You know, when I hear those words, I think, I'm tired of social media, overly edited photos, unrealistic, perfect lives. But let me ask you this. Is a mom that films parenting tips and uses the money from brand deals to put her kids through school a creator? Is an uncle that shares DIY life hacks to help children without a father figure a creator? Is a teenager that shares how they manage their ADHD to help others with ADHD a creator? Every day, regular people are pulling out their phones, hitting record, and shaping the way we learn, connect, and live. Now, they don't always call themselves creators, but they are. So when I say creators, I don't just mean influencers with blue checks. Brand ambassadors, storytellers, thought leaders. Being a creator is not just about posting content anymore. It's about creating realities, building narratives, constructing a vision in someone's mind that wasn't there before you showed up. The creators that do this effectively, they're making millions of dollars. And the most successful is raising for a company evaluated in the billions. Apparently, I'm not allowed to say who, but it rhymes with feast. So, if you're doing all of that, are you building it on your own ground or someone else's? One morning changed everything for me. I woke up, checked my phone first thing, as I'm sure I'm the only one that does, but this time something strange happened. I went to check my Instagram, and the page was gone. And then a pop-up. Account disabled. Not eligible to reappeal. I had a real business built off the back of that account, and in the blink of an eye, it was gone. The clients, gone. 100,000 followers, gone. That revenue stream, gone. Now, this might sound trivial. Oh no, a social media account got deleted, boo-hoo. I get it. But imagine for a second waking up to find your bank account has been frozen. Or you get that call from your boss. The company you work for is being shut down. Imagine a doctor losing their hands or a musician going deaf. It's kind of like a digital house fire. Your whole life just up in smoke. That was when it hit me. I didn't own any of it. I was building on rented land. Waking up that morning was like getting hit in the face with a two-sided brick. On one side was a stark reality, but on the other side was an incredible opportunity. Social media is completely reshaping the next generation. Did you know we live in a world where most kids don't dream of being astronauts, pilots, or firefighters anymore? According to a study published recently, Generation Alpha, so kids born after 2010, they watch creators make millions of dollars from daily vlogs, game content, and TikTok dances. According to that report, the most desirable job for Gen Alpha is to be a YouTuber or a TikTok star. A study published recently with a Harvard Business School professor shines some interesting light onto where the creator economy was and where it's going. So just listen to the numbers. Full-time digital creator jobs in the US have grown from 200,000 to 1.5 million in just 5 years. Creators are now the fastest and largest growing segment of the 28.4 million internet-dependent jobs in the US. Creator media revenue is expanding 5 times faster than traditional media. And the internet-supported economy now represents $4.9 trillion, a massive 18% of US GDP, up from just 2% in 2008. Social media is no longer just a place to post photos of your dog in a ridiculous sweater. Sometimes. One of the original Facebook investment funds announced a $64 million raise specifically to back creator-led businesses. This means social media is being recognized as a place where creators can launch real companies. And the big corporates, they're rolling in. The next part is everyone's 2 favorite letters, AI. AI is coming. How do I protect myself? The reality is, and we all know the reality, AI isn't coming. It's already here. These giants that are collecting millions of data points are using them to train systems that know us better than we know ourselves. If you don't believe me about how much AI already knows, I've got a challenge for you. When you get home tonight, open up ChatGPT and ask it, what do I value most? What do I avoid? What are the last 4 digits of my social security? No, I'm just kidding about the last one. But you might be surprised at how much it knows. AI is creating digital twins of creators, online avatars that can coach, entertain, and perform 24/7. Soon, content will be generated by AI in your feed seconds before you scroll to it. Now, while some fear this will replace creatives, it's actually expanding it. AI will make creating limitless. Creators are no longer bound by time, energy, or cost. But here's the key. If you own the audience, you own the leverage. That's the moat. That's how you protect yourself. Creators need to start moving their audiences into platforms that they control. Because if you control access, you own the relationship. And if you own the relationship, you own your future. So the first piece is ownership. And if you're thinking, this sounds like a lot, where do we even get started? We created the simplified tenant to founder process, which anyone can follow. So here's what you can do right now. Get out your phone or a notepad. Write down 10 things you love doing. Poll your audience. Ask them of those 10 things, what do they want to see more of? Create lead magnets. This is an information product designed to give your audience value by pairing what you love with what they want more of. Gift it to them via email or SMS. Start a newsletter. Be consistent. Build a small product that solves a real pain. And if it works, build more. Maybe even go physical. Maybe even raise capital. That's how you move from creator tenant to creator founder. The second piece is community. Because figuring out everything on your own all the time, it's hard. It's also way less fun. Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich, called it a mastermind. A like-minded group of people assembled for a shared purpose, to help each other grow. Community is the shortcut to mastery. Community turns individual effort into collective strength. Your environment shapes your outcomes. Maybe you've heard the saying, show me your friends and I will show you your future. When creators band together, instead of competing over brand deals, we can create our own. So if you're just relying on brand deals from Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you're building on rented land. The next algorithm update, policy shift, TikTok ban, it can all be gone. The early movers in this new wave, they won't just survive. They'll build real companies that last. They will be the ones others will work for. So if you're a mom forming parenting tips, or an uncle sharing life hacks, the question is, are you the cub gnawing at someone else's kill, or the lion that controls its territory? It's time to move from creator tenant to creator founder. Thank you.